nation has arrived. Welcome to Pause and Rewind, because that's just what we do here. Listen! NF, the journey continues, man. Y'all already know what's up. NF dropped this new project, right? So we've reacted to his first couple of music videos already on the channel. If you haven't seen those, go check those out. I've been following y'all recommendations to kind of go through some of the audios. And this one came highly recommended. And y'all know we're going to continue the journey, but y'all also know, if you know me, that we here for my homie, MGK. MGK is a Cleveland C-Town native, like your boy.
Bitch, I'm wrong. Bitch, I'm wrong.
He put on for the squad, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Been repping Bone for a long time. One of his major influences growing up in Cleveland, like the rest of us. And then, of course, I'm signed by Bone Thugs and Harmony, so it's one big family here. So this is all love. This is a collaboration that I'm surprised to see, but then I'm not surprised to see it. You know what I mean? It's almost like I've been waiting for this, and I didn't know I was waiting for this. You feel me? So NF and MGK, that's what the hell I'm talking about. Let's get into this one. This one is called Who I Was. Havik Nation. Let's go.
Everything I care about in love.
All right, turn my vocal up and then just let it run.
That actually sounds like NF, pitched up, right? Based on these last couple of songs, the music videos that he's done, especially with this Burning Mansion and stuff like that, his cadence, he's been doing a little bit of singing and stuff. And it sounds exactly like that. He's got a certain inflection that he does. You can hear it in the pitch.
Everything I care about in love.
All right, turn my vocal up and then just let it run. I'm stuck in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known, on a GPS with no address, so I'll follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn. Probably a metaphor for everything I've learned, like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one should be concerned. There's gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell, a star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hid from God for more than 2 decades of life, and when I came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still, just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son, erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become since I was young.
I can't just glide by that. I was gonna let the verse play, which I never do, okay? But damn, that bar right there. Come on, that's a truth bar right there, but also very deep, very vulnerable. I like that. That's why we playing nothing but acoustic guitar back there and just having these vocals go after over that. In this very kind of off-kiltered pace too, which is really dope, because you really set the tone of this song. So I'm wondering how NF is going to come on this too. But let's go back, man. Beginning of this verse, MGK is spitting. He already had bars right out the gate. Right out the gate.
I'm stuck vocal up and then just let it run. I'm stuck in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known, on a GPS with no address, so
trying to find my way to a home that I've never known, on a GPS with no address. Damn! That spells it out. Right? That's heavy right there. A home that I've never known, on a GPS with no address. Great analogy, great metaphor to kind of picture that, bro. That's crazy. You just lost. You're just traveling. You're just wandering.
I'll follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn.
Damn.
Probably a metaphor for everything I've learned, like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one
how the poorest I've felt was after the most that I've earned, right? That money, the fame, and all that, as they say, it don't solve anything, and it certainly don't buy you happiness, right? So sometimes, in his case, the poorest I've felt is after the most I've ever earned in my life. You just started to devalue the things that were actually important, the things that you probably should have considered as monetary value to your life, but you didn't. Wanted that green, and then you got it, and it didn't really do anything for you.
After I drop this urn, probably a metaphor for everything I've learned. Like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one should be concerned. There's gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell. A star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hit
started the darkest night like Christian Bale. Come on, man. Obviously a double. We know Dark Knight, Christian Bale, but also just the darkest night, the darkest of times. No light. Just trying to find my way. Love that.
There's gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell. A star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hid from God for more than 2 decades of life, and when I came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still. Woo! Just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son, erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become since I was.
Love that. I was hiding from God basically for 2 decades of my life, man. Doing what I wanted to do, traveling by my own, making my own plans. Then when I finally found the light, or even came back to the light, I was just embraced with open arms. No questions asked. No, oh, now you want to show. None of that. I love that. Talk about it. Speak about it, man. Let's go.
Young, my personality split like serpent's tongue, but all the poison in my body still ain't make me numb. I lost a best friend and felt all that, crying on his open casket while I knelt on that. I had a best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, who all along regretted he never kept all that. I left everything behind but this engagement ring and a frozen heart. I'm standing in the fire to melt all that. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. MGK is one of the realest, bro. My man can switch and bend genres. He just happens to be a sick, ill rapper because he from the streets of Cleveland, influenced by Bone Thugs and Harmony. This what we do here. You know what I'm saying? What created me as an artist was Bone Thugs and Harmony. And who's the other 50%? Some of y'all know, most of y'all probably don't. Evanescence. Bone Thugs and Harmony and Evanescence came together and created me. So MGK is the same way. His background has been so many influences, not just rap. And he's able to fold them and put them all together just like me. You know what I mean? That's where we from. That's what we do. So that's why, you know, when he speaks like this and people's like, damn, this is real right here. But he's always been like this. And I love when he opens up like this. These are real lyrics right here.
They make me numb. I lost a best friend and felt all that, crying on his open casket while I knelt on that. I had a best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton.
A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton. Right? I'm supposed to be getting married, but I broke a bond. I broke a connection. I broke as intimate and close as you're supposed to be with somebody. I broke a promise. Right? Now I'm just a vagabond. I'm nobody. I'm a beggar. And I did it for nights out and parties and women. It's crazy. You know what I mean? This is clearly like life reference, but it's Megan Fox as well. You know what I mean? Because this is MGK is one of those dudes where it's like he's been through so much in his life. A lot of people can relate to this. You go through so much in your life that when you finally get something good, you feel like you don't deserve it. And you feel like something bad is about to happen. So you feel like you don't even want, you just like self-sabotage. You know what I mean? And it ends up being your own downfall. But really, you just got what was coming to you. You deserved that happiness. But you've been through so much shit. You feel like you didn't deserve it. So you like burn it all down and make it go away. And you kind of live with the guilt of your mistakes with that. MGK is definitely a victim of that.
Instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, who all along regretted he never kept all that. I left everything behind but this engagement ring and a frozen heart. I'm standing in the fire to melt all that. Yeah.
In dust, everything I care about in love.
Whoa.
Burning up, nothing left of who I thought I was.
Oh, wow.
Last show, need to take a breath and calm down. Try.
Wow. To get rid of that acoustic and go straight to grand, right? Go straight to piano. Oh my. And then with the glitches.
Yeah. Last show, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am. I
hope they don't end up like that. Woo! He said a lot here. Hold on.
Know how. Wasn't taught that in my down.
I need to calm down, but I don't know how. I wasn't taught that in my house. It was anger. It was rage. It was, acting on emotion. It was lashing out probably, right?
Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house.
Damn.
Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
God, you're just looking at your kids, so now you step back, hoping they don't wind up like dad, right? Hoping they have, you always want your children, I'm a dad, right? I just put my son to bed before I started this reaction. You always you take a step back and you look at your kids and you're like, yeah, I don't want you to wind up like me. I want you to be better than me. I want you to have better than what I had. I want you to not have to worry about the things that I had to worry about, the things that I had to deal with, the demons I had to fight and still fight. I hope you don't wind up like dad. I'm just stuck in this loop, constantly dealing with what I'm dealing with. You just want your kids to, honestly, on some Peter Pan shit, just forever be a kid. Never grow up, you know what I mean? And just remain in that innocence and that beauty and that joy for as long as they can, man. These are beautiful lines right here.
Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am. I called you, never heard back. After everything we've been through, the good and the bad, you bout to throw it all away and overreact. Because I overreacted. Karma, I guess, my temper gets the best of me, a part of me that I wish I knew how to get rid of. It's an issue I had. My MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know.
The edits. The echoing vocal, right? Just kind of sound like voices in your head. Oh, that's sick. That's sickness. That is nasty.
Called you, never heard back. After everything we've been through, the good and the bad, you bout to throw it all away and overreact. Because I overreacted. Karma, I guess, my temper gets the best of me, a part of me that I wish I knew how to get rid of. It's an issue I had. My MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know. I know I messed that part up with. I know.
My MO. Hold on. My MO.
Get rid of it's the issue I had. My MO. Say I need you and I love you to death. Then turn.
My MO. Say I need you and I love you to death.
Turn around and go and treat you like you nothing.
But then I turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. My MO, my modus operandi, my methods of operation, my stilo, my routine is to deal with that, experience that, absorb that, but also exhibit that and flip it. Say this and do that, feel this and really feel that. Crazy way to deliver these lines.
I had my MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know I messed that part up with. I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I lash out, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
Ooh! Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. I love that they both kind of got to be on their own plane, right? You got MGK doing kind of his rap at his pace with the acoustic, you know, which he also knows how to play. You know what I mean? So you could easily do this live and he would play his own part. Then you also switch it to NF. You got those echoey vocals, right? That also cut off. They chop. You know what I mean? That really sounds like just going in and out and just kind of thinking and fighting and dealing while speaking, you know, talking to himself and like almost like a reflection in the mirror, you know, but to do it on the piano and to let that song breathe even more, right? To feel more of that emotion, and you get more of his lyrics. They kind of, they like really hit through because you're pulling back on, you know, the instrumentation of how this song was produced, and you're just letting it breathe on top of those keys. You know, very simple keys too, right? Not doing anything crazy, real simple keys, and he's speaking. I love the you know, lyrics of both of them, you know, but more importantly, the vulnerability of everything, especially that MGK verse, man. Who I was. Yeah. Who I was, man. You know, and that's something you can always relate to, because whoever you were yesterday, you're supposed to be better today. Right? So who I was should technically always be relevant. Love it. Love it. Great collaboration. Two people that can chop too. Two people that can chop too. And that's not where they went with it. They could have easily went there with it, but they went on some real shit and did something very, very stylistic and very creative. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. There's another one from this NF journey, this project. Also MGK, obviously. I know we do MGK on the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this one. Where does this rank on his new project? I know y'all have heard it all already. Yeah, I'll see y'all in the comments. Let me know what the next song I should react to from NF is, or music video. And certainly we'll make it a reaction. I usually go with the overwhelming comment. So whatever comment song is mentioned the most, that's the one that I take. So I'll see y'all in the comments, man. Havik Nation, be easy.
Yeah, they sleeping on us, bed, we wake 'em up. Cut my day ones off cause they was faking love. Had to change the recipe, my cake ain't baking up. Yeah, they sleeping on us, bed, we wake 'em up. Tryna take what's in my pocket, that's a no, yeah. Tryna one beat dollar like